Straw Hut Media.
Okay, I'm at my podcast, but you have to look at my cat. She's been doing this for an hour. Hey guys, it's Jordyn Jones, and welcome to the Jordyn Jones podcast, again featuring my cat Matcha, who has still been asleep this entire episode. In this episode, I asked you guys on Instagram about a time where you got pulled over and to tell me your story times. We got a lot of them, so buckle up, get it? And let's dive right into this episode. I got pulled over because I got dared to put bags of cow shiz on my roof and drive around. That definitely sounds like Midwestern. How would they know? Because people have stuff on top of their cars all the time, like ski racks and bikes. I don't even know. That's just crazy that someone was able to tell. It must have been pretty extravagant or actually smell bad and you were parked somewhere and people called the cops on you. I don't want to show the Instagram, but it ends with truck shop. So I'm just guaranteeing that this is someone from Ohio, because this is one of those things that's only in Ohio. Those memes are so funny. My friend Steph lives in Ohio and I always send her them because I guess the weirdest, gross, funny things happen in Ohio. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing that this scenario was in Ohio. I hope I'm right, but that's disgusting. I literally would have had to sell my car after that. Next one. The state registered my car as a van somehow. I got pulled over at gunpoint for a stolen car. That is straight out of a movie. I mean, that's terrifying. That is such a bad mistake. There's probably a warrant out for your arrest. That's scary. Again, this literally must be somewhere in the Midwest or East Coast. I don't know why it makes me think that with just the van and whatever, the DMV, but someone is in trouble. Someone didn't do their job right. It's not like you had to catch that or not, or you had to be the one to, wait, I don't think that this is right, because it's not your job, I mean, I guess it's something that you need to look over. I always make sure my registration's up to date, but it's not like I'm checking car, truck, van. I feel like that's something that people just assume is correct. I don't know. It's just so scary. They thought your car was stolen and you literally get pulled over with guns drawn at you. I'm watching the show right now on Netflix called Fool Me Once, and it kind of makes me think about that. I just finished it, sadly. There's so many plot twists in that show. You guys should watch it. I don't want to give away too much from that show, but I don't know why. It really makes me think of that. That's just a crazy story and crazy confession. I hope it all got solved. Who has to fix that, and where do you have to go? Probably the DMV, obviously. Did you have to go to the police station? And how do they find that out? These people are crazy. So many questions. Whatever. My friend submitted this next one. She said, I didn't have my license and my dad took me driving. I messed up the pedals and I crashed his car. Well, it's crazy that my friend has this situation, because let me just get into a story time real quick about myself. I did the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I didn't have my license. My dad took me in North Hollywood to learn how to park, learn how to drive, whatever. It was Easter Sunday. So thankfully, all these businesses were closed and the parking lot was empty. We found that parking lot and he was teaching me how to pull into a spot and then reverse back or just pull in straight. For some reason, I was like, wait, one more time. And my poor dad, sitting in the passenger seat, tells me to pull forward. And so when I pulled forward, there was all these businesses right here. And so he wanted me to reverse back into a spot that was in the middle of the parking lot. And the lines were diagonal. So when I pulled forward, I kind of had to go extra, whatever. So in a BMW, and probably most cars, how you have the stick, because my Tesla is different. So I don't know if every car is like this, but my Tesla, I have a paddle that I push down to go into drive and push up to go into reverse. So in my mind, if you're first learning how to drive, I feel like you kind of go off of instinct and common sense. So to me, drive would be forward and reverse would be backwards. But reverse is backwards and reverse is forwards and drive is backwards. See, it doesn't make any sense. Why is it like that? I don't know. So in the BMW, I put it in drive. So I pulled it back thinking, okay, reverse, back, common sense, come on. And I drove straight into the building, into a desk, into the pole. So I hit the pole, I hit the desk, shattered the window. The pole was holding up the whole building. And what was crazy with this is for your property, say like the owner of that property had a year to submit a claim for, structure damage. And it would have been like $175,000 or something for that pole. And then like another like $75,000 or like $90,000 for the desk and window that I broke. We were waiting and waiting and waiting for them to file this claim, and they never did. Then this happened in 2018. And then like 2020 hit for COVID, and they extended the period of these accidents and claims and stuff. Oh no, I'm still maybe having to like pay this or insurance or whatever. I'm supposed to, but you can't even like do it without the building doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it wasn't like I was gonna jip them out or like flee the country or something. I was just waiting for them to do it and then pay for the property damage. Yeah, like cops came, fire trucks came. It was a big deal. I felt really bad because it was Easter Sunday. We had to go pick up my mom, tell her what happened and everything. It was kind of scary. That's why I never drove. But yeah, it's now closed and they never filed what they were supposed to do. So I never had to do any of that. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that. That would be like the day after for most people. Oh, property damage, like gotta claim this and like gotta get the money for it and fix it. And now it's fixed. I didn't do it, but we've driven past it a couple times. And that's the story of how I crashed my first car with my dad. And that's one of my favorite memories with him. Oh, and I crashed into an insurance company. Forgot to mention that. It was an insurance company, and the insurance company never filed for whatever. It's so weird. Some would say it's lucky, but like I still think it's like kind of effed up, because if someone did that to me, I guess it would be my fault for not filing that or submitting that, but I still feel bad. Next confession. The police stopped me and I had my Stitch plushie next to me strapped in. It was really embarrassing. I have strapped in so many things in my car in the front seat. Every time I go to like my boyfriend's, I literally sometimes will bring my Xbox, my monitor. How outrageous is that? It's buckled in and it's so embarrassing and so funny. A lot of people do that for the carpool lane. I know people who put a teddy bear or like a fake person there for the carpool lane, which is illegal. It's not a person, so you're not supposed to be in that lane. I never go in the carpool lane just by myself. That's illegal. I also never cross over the double yellow, double solid white, whatever. That's also illegal, so I don't do that. But it just maybe would make him laugh. If you get pulled over and you see that, I feel like someone would just be like, hey, tell her to slow down over there, because she's speeding. Little Stitch. That one's kind of just funny to me. My cat is so cute. Next confession. The officer pulled me over just so he could give me his card with his number on it. This probably happens way more than we think it does. I mean, it's also probably illegal because you're just like shooting your shot while at work. I mean, a lot of people, I feel like they do that. Cafes, like people put their number on stuff, but this is crazy. You're just like at a stoplight. Wait, I'm a cop. Let me put my lights on and pull her over so that I can do this. It would give me an ick. You're supposed to be out here protecting people, looking for crime and helping people and being a cop, and you're just trying to get in some girl's bed. That's not cool. There's other ways to go around about it. It would be less bad if you had parked somewhere like outside and you saw a girl like walking to get to her car, and then you approached her and was like, here's my card. I think you're beautiful. I'm on duty right now, but if you're free on Saturday, I'd love to take you out. That's a little bit different than getting behind them in the lights, and it's such a waste of time. You're not doing your job. But again, I bet it happens a lot. Okay, next one. Me and my friends got pulled over, SWAT and a helicopter, because we matched the description. Wow. My friends had this happen to them last week. It's so scary. Gray Mercedes driving around this area with two blonde girls in the front seat. That is so unfortunate to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and matching that description. Again, I bet it happens so much because they're definitely on edge and like more careful, and they don't want to like miss something because it really could be who they're trying to get. Just to be in that position with them, and helicopter, SWAT is crazy because this must have been a bomb threat or something outrageous to be SWAT, right? I don't think SWAT is common. I mean, I don't even think FBI is like common. I feel like it's just police officers, but this must have been a really big deal. My friends and I watch car chases all the time. It's pretty like entertaining. And so like if I were to be watching this live, that'd be crazy. If everyone focuses in on this one wrong vehicle, the other one has a chance to get away. That's such a hard job, being a cop and FBI and criminal investigations. I guess that's the same thing. I don't even know. It's just like so hard because you have to be right. If you miss something or, you pull over the wrong car, the other one can just get away. So much pressure. Also terrifying for them being the wrong vehicle. Ugh, I hope that never happens to me. That's so scary. Next one. I've gotten pulled over a couple times, but this time I was on my bicycle and I did not stop for a stop sign. I hate to say it. I appreciate cyclists and what they do, and I think it's incredible how far they can go and their stamina and everything, but I feel like they just do not follow the rules like they're supposed to. Every time I see them, they're blowing the stop signs and they're in the middle of the road instead of the bike lane, and there's rules for a reason, and I feel like it's unsafe. I see this and I'm, wow, that's crazy. They had nothing better to do. But at the same time, you still have to follow the rules on a bike, on a motorcycle, even on a bird scooter. It's still a motorized vehicle, technically. You have to follow the rules as well in those. I've seen a girl who was like, oh, I was drunk at a bar, so I took a bird scooter home thinking it's fine and a safer alternative, even if she's on the sidewalk. And she got pulled over and she got a DUI because she's operating a motor vehicle. People just don't realize that it's the same rules or like similar. Obviously, I don't really know like bicycle rules, but if I were to get onto a bike on like a main street or something, I would try to be careful and I would definitely not blow a stop sign. But at the same time, well, I'm on a bike. What's the big deal? You have to like get pulled over, have something like this happen for you to be like, oh, I didn't even realize that. You still gotta follow the rules, kids. Next one. So I was going 60 and a 40 at night at the age of 17 with one of my friends. I had a suspended license, which was not my fault, and I was scared, so I whipped into the nearest neighborhood to try and get away from him. But he stopped me and told me how dangerous I was driving. And then they asked if I knew I had a suspended license, and I played dumb, and I got no tickets. They just had my friend drive us back home. Wow, I really wonder like what you got a suspended license for. I don't really know what you would get that for. Maybe if you don't pay certain tickets or you got like a 30-day impound, something like that. I don't really know what can turn into having a suspended license, but that is so scary. I mean, running from the cops is never a good idea because I think it just makes it worse. I've had some of my friends in supercars make horrible decisions and outrun the cops, and that is something I will never do. You could get in so much more trouble. You could hurt someone. I don't even know. It's just so scary to do that. I would hate that confrontation. Like if they did catch up to you, oh, hey, I didn't see you. No, you're not going to do that. I would say like no matter what you have in the car, no matter what you've done, just pull over when a cop pulls you over. It'll go better than if you have like a gun in the car and drugs and a DUI on your record and you don't have a license at all, just pull over because you can literally get like 10 more offenses if you don't. So be smart, you guys. Pull over. Don't outrun the cops or don't attempt to. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I will see you guys next Wednesday with a new episode. Bye.
You've been listening to the Jordyn Jones Podcast. Jordyn's passion is to inspire, relate, and give you that much-needed 1-hour escape from life's everyday struggles. Your family, and we're so glad you're here. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Jordyn Jones. Jordyn. This production is brought to you by Straw Hut Media, hosted by Jordyn Jones, produced by Ryan Tillotson, edited by Daniel Ferreira. Additional production help by Carolyn Mendoza, Ali Ahmed, and Samir Gonchi. Keep shining bright like the diamond you are, and see you next time on the Jordyn Jones Podcast.